Good morning, Firebirds, and welcome to FBTV Sports. Today I'm joined by the head coach of the USA flag football team, leading the program as it makes its debut in the 2028 Summer Olympics. Jorge Cascudo, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for inviting me here. It's a great opportunity.
So can you tell me a little bit about the exhibition game and how the team has been progressing ever since?
I mean, the exhibition game for us it was like a dream come true. You know, as we've always been playing flag and very competitive, we always compare ourselves to, NFL players because we wanted to always be in that level. But obviously, they're the best of the best for that reason. But when it comes to flag football, we think that we're the best, athletes when it comes to flag because it's a different game. And just having the opportunity to share the field, with those talented athletes was amazing. And just to display the flag football game to the world that a lot of people, weren't too familiar with, it was a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah. And how did you first get involved into the flag football world, and what led you to coaching at this level?
I mean, that's a long story trying to cut it short, but I was a baseball player in high school and college. After I graduated from college, I always wanted to play football, but flag football started here in Miami. So I started playing flag football as a quarterback, and we were very successful when we started, and that's what grew. So for 20 plus years, we kept playing flag football competitive. We traveled all around the world. I was a quarterback for USA football, for the USA national team for 10 years. We won 4 golds and 1 silver. We only had 1 loss. That's the only loss we've had so far in USA football history when it comes to us. But I was their coach for a while. And as I got older, they were like, okay, we need to, get younger people in. And they asked me about coaching. So I just, changed from player to coach. It was a change, an adjustment to do a period during that time. But, I just continued my concept of how I would run the offense and all that. And it was still successful, bringing other quarterbacks in that concept. So I became a coach after, my playing career was over when it came to the national team. So that's basically what I'm still doing now.
And how was that switch up, kind of going from the player's perspective and now into a coach? You've seen everything changing. How has that been like?
I mean, it was a little different for me at first because most of the adult men, when we play, we never really have coaches. So we call our own plays, we do our own stuff. So me as a coach, bringing them, and following our concept and my concept when it came to football, I thought it was going to be different because they've always done it their way. But they adjusted to it quick. They understood it. And then I tried to mix and match. So my quarterback that has been playing as well, try to, use his plays and use them with my plays and mix them and match. So it worked out. It worked out as a positive way. All the players are great. They know we have one goal is to win gold every time when we go play. So we're a team across the board. So we do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah. And what's something people don't realize about you being a coach for the Team USA flag football and everything you have to go through?
I mean, again, the talent, there's so much talent. And these players are used to playing in their teams when they play in their own tournaments. They play both sides of the ball. So we have so much talent that right now we focus on 5 on defense, the other 5 on offense. So we play one side of the ball, which they can play both sides of the ball, but just to have them on each side and just be patient, just playing that, no, they accept the role, and they do what it takes. So I thought at first it was different, but sometimes, different egos and all that, different characters, but for that time it blends right and they know what the main goal is. So we haven't had a problem so far.
Knock on wood.
Yes.
How has the sport evolved since when you first started and compared to now?
When I first started as a quarterback for the USA was in 2010. We went to Canada. Now where it's at, I never thought it was going to be this crazy and this excitement. The talent has been amazing all around the world. Before, when my first tournament when I played, there were like 16 countries partly participating in it. Now there's over 70 to 80 countries participating in flag football itself. That the tournaments now have to be different regionals to qualify for the main world championships that we do every year with IFAF. So the competition is getting better and better every year. The flag football community all around is gotten so much notoriety that, like the girls flag football in high school, there's now girls flag football in college. NAIA has, they're doing scholarships and championships. Now hopefully Division I, slowly they're building it up. So hopefully in the next couple of years, there's going to be flag football for the women, all around to get scholarships and play football in the universities.
Yeah. And how have you been able to manage that pressure of the competition that's going on and continues to grow as the sport itself continues to grow as well?
I mean, you got to focus, stay focused and not settle. Because I know we've been successful every year, but we got to continue focusing and making sure that our guys are in the right mindset and not take anyone for granted. Because that's when you settle, that's when you're going to be complacent and you're going to let someone else catch up. We had our Pro Bowl game against Mexico during the Super Bowl week or Pro Bowl. We played Mexico, and they are a great team, and we ended up winning by 1 point. It was a battle back and forth. They're super talented, great concept. So we have to make sure we stay focused on the game plan, because everyone, when we played, that's like their Super Bowl. Yeah. They want to play us to win, so we got to make sure we don't take anyone for granted. But we got to make sure always, we got to always adjust our plays if needed, but make sure that everyone's focused and dialed in.
Yeah. So you said a little bit on how you went from the player into a coach, but did you always see yourself coaching, or is it something that came later and you liked more enjoying as it came familiar to you?
I mean, I never saw myself coaching because I never thought flag football was going to be to the level that it is now. So like I said, as men, we never had coaches. So it was all us playing, recreation, having a good time, trying to win against the top competition. And then now as it's growing, now there's coaches for men and for women across the board. So I never saw myself in that aspect, but now that I am, it's awesome because now I'm not playing anymore, but my mind, I can use my ideas and guidance just to help other people get better and grow the sport more. So that's something that I feel is almost like a chess match. You cannot settle always with the same thing. You always got to adjust and change your plan. If not, they're going to know exactly what you do. So it's competitive. So instead of athletically, now you're using your mind more, and just sharing it with others.
Of course, yeah. And so this exhibition game got a lot of attention. What was your mindset going into it, knowing the pressure and the excitement that fans had watching it?
I mean, for me, I'm sure for all of us, it was, I think, one of the most important games in flag football history for us. I know we've won gold, and winning gold is amazing, but having the NFL players or going against them, especially when the Olympics moving forward, I know the NFL players want to be in the Olympics just like we do. So we wanted to show them that tackle football and flag football, they're different games, and sometimes you have to do different things, and the IQ of the game is a little different. So we wanted to show our talents when it came to that. So we had a game plan for it because I knew they haven't played flag before. So we were hoping, that they're going to struggle flag pulling. So that's something that, offensively we were very successful showing that, they needed a little bit more practice with it because they're great athletes. And for the first time on the field, when we go, that's the first time that we weren't the best athletes on the field. But because of our IQ of the game, it helped us, be successful on the offensive side of the ball and the defense as well. But it was a very important game for flag football community because if we lose that, NFL going to the Olympics without any doubt. Now, hopefully we can get both of them, NFL and flag players, to get together and do a tryout and then get the best 10 for the Olympics in 2028.
Yeah. How was that celebration like when you guys won and everybody was so excited, flag football getting more attention now, going after these elite NFL stars that they're known to be?
I mean, for me, it was a big weight off my chest because the pressure of needing to win and showing them, the game, how good we are in the game, and that we do belong in the Olympics. If we get the opportunity, it was big pressure, and I'm sure our athletes were the same. These are players that they follow and they watch, and they're like role models to them sometimes, and they look up to. So it was just comparing and having fun with them, but when we were on the field, it was a business trip. Yeah. So we did a good job, I think, with that, and we conquered.
Yeah. And what has stood out to you most about your team's performance?
Just how we played together, their composure, how they focused on what the main plan was, the main goal, and we put everything aside. And when we're on the field, we all have one goal, and they took care of business.
How have you been able to build trust within your players on and off the field as well?
I mean, sometimes it depends. It's hard, but on the field, we have an offensive coach, defensive coach. Where our mindset is, what strategies we have. So since our coaches watch film, we try and see the tendencies that other teams do, and then we try and adjust and change to that. So during our practices, we focus on those parts and make sure that they're on the same page, And we try, like, when we finish practice, we try and relax and, take our mindset sometimes doing other stuff. Sometimes we play a lot of card games, with them just to keep our minds away from it. But when it's time for practicing and all, we try and make sure that we're focused, on what the tasks at hand.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit now on how it comes to recruiting people for this team for the Olympics that's going to come up? Is it people from the flag football team only, or is it kind of also stars from the NFL coming into play?
Well, we don't know that yet because I know it's 2 years away. But normally what we do every year, we have trials every year. So normally, like this year, we had our 12 that are our national team. They get an automatic bid to the training camp. And then we had, during that same weekend that we had the Los Angeles game with the NFL players, we had our trials. So we invited 48 of the best the best 48 players from flag football to Chula Vista in San Diego. And then they had a tryout for 4 days, scrimmaging each other and all that. We had scouts and coaches there watching. And then we selected the best 12 that we thought during that performance to go. Now for training camp 2, we're going to have 24. So those 24 are going to battle for the next couple of months for the last 12 spots, because this year our IFAF World Championships are in Germany. So we're going to be going to Germany this year in August to defend our title over there. So we're focused 1 year at a time. So this year is Germany. Next year we'll go to International Cups, which is somewhere else. We don't know yet. And then when it comes to the 28, when the Olympic year, we got to see how that works. I know USA Football has to talk to NFL and see how that's going to work. And hopefully we get a combination of both, trying out.
Yeah. Flag football has obviously been growing fast, especially now with all the Olympic news that it's getting. Where do you see it now in the next few years?
I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, I think being on Fox TV with the NFL players and showing this game, there was a lot of interest. A lot of people were watching it, which is very exciting. People that weren't educated enough about the game, they saw it, and it's a fast game. It's different than tackle. It's a smaller field, but it's super exciting. And especially, like I said, with the women's, it was on NAIA schools for the first 3 or 4 years. Now Division I schools, I think Nebraska just offered the first head coach job for a woman to start their program in 28. So I think slowly the Division I schools are going to be building it, and it's growing. I'm super excited where it's going, moving forward. Other countries are building their flag football programs now that it's an Olympic sport, and I think it's going to be an Olympic sport for a long time. So I'm looking forward to that.
What do you think separates Team USA from all the other teams that there are around the country, obviously, as the sport continues to grow itself?
The thing is with us, we play flag football all year round. It's very popular here in all the states. There's different styles of it, but we play so often and so much that it's just hard not to be so talented the way we are. And it's like, for me, it's the hardest decision to try and just get 12 players out of so many talented. Like the 48 that we had this past, I could probably build 3 teams and be, good enough to make it to the championship game, because that's how much talent we have. So it's just, we play it so often and so much that, we always, stay on top of the game.
Yeah, it's something that comes natural, I assume, right?
Exactly.
What keeps you motivated to keep doing this and have your passion so much for coaching?
Winning. Winning. Like I said, we're winning and we're successful right now, but we can't settle on that. We got to continue focusing to stay on top. We just can't just leave it as, we won, they're going to be scared. We don't have to do anything. We got to keep focusing, because players are going to get faster and better. They're going to strategize and get more athletic players. It's the same. We try and get the best team every year and make sure that we stay on top when it comes to that.
Of course, yeah. For anyone watching who's inspired in your journey and wants to be a coach as well, what advice would you give to them?
I mean, if you're a coach, just keep coaching. Sometimes you don't have the best talent, best athlete, but as a coach, you always can learn from any other play, any other team, any other calls. Like, I'm the offensive coach on our team, so I still watch other countries play or other people play. And if I see a play that I like, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take that and I'm going to use it. I'll see if I can, so always be willing to learn, because you don't know anything. You don't know everything. So no matter how many years you've been doing it, you could always learn something new from someone. So just, never settle for that, and always be open-minded to, add things to, to your resume that you have.
Yeah. And what about for high school athletes or even college athletes who are looking to doing this for their future as well?
I mean, this is the right time. Like I said, it's an Olympic sport. So now in your youth, like now I'm older. I was like, I wish this was during my time, so I could have had a chance to be a player when it comes to the Olympics, or to go to college and play, flag football. I was fortunate I would play college baseball, so that helped. But I love football, so football would have been a great thing. So for the girls and the women that are, they're young now, growing, moving forward, you have a goal now. You can keep striding and pushing to see you get a college scholarship to play football, And now this is the Olympics for men and women. You still have another goal for that as well. So always, chase your dreams and keep fighting for it.
Yeah, that's great advice. And what can fans look forward to now seeing for you and the Team USA itself?
I mean, I'm excited because now, they're seeing that. So hopefully now everyone wants to see more of that. It's a different game. So I want to, hopefully we have another opportunity next year. Hopefully they have this tournament again, and for us to display our talents. Same thing, hopefully the NFL players, or if they do something different, just to be a part of it is great. So I'm just looking forward to people that got more educated watching the game, and hopefully they want to be more a part of it.
Perfect. Those are all my questions that I have for you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for making it easy for me.
Thank you so much.